A brand new study just showed what it really takes to build strength and independence in older people. In today's video, I'm going to break down the study and show you how you can replicate the incredible results gained by the subjects. I often say in my videos that just 10 minutes a day is enough to see significant improvements in strength, mobility, and balance. And people are often skeptical, but now there's data to back up my claim. A 2025 study took a group of frail older adults with an average age of 82 and put them through a 10-minute resistance training routine 3 times a week for 12 weeks. Now, even I was surprised by the results. Here's a list of the incredible results that the subjects in this study saw. The first thing is they improved their muscle power, their grip strength, and their leg strength significantly over the short period of the study. But the biggest benefit in my eyes is the fact that when they started the study, 29% of the participants were diagnosed with sarcopenia, which is muscle mass a couple of standard deviations below that of a healthy adult. Well, by the end of the study, only 10% of the participants qualified as having sarcopenia. So literally 2 in 3 who had it no longer had sarcopenia by the end of the study. That's how much muscle mass they'd regained. And then significantly for the people in this study, there were many less falls after the study compared with the 12-month period before. This is yet another nail in the coffin of the myth that you need to spend hours every week exercising to see results. Tiny changes can stack up in a big way, and it doesn't take that long. 3 months is no time at all. So now I'm going to show you the exact routine that the subjects in the study did in their 10-minute 3 times a week workouts. Let's have a look at the exercises now, but before I show you them, they're not suitable for everyone, and please avoid any of the ones that cause you pain. So now I'm going to walk you through the exact exercises and the protocol that the researchers used in the study. Basically, what they did is 3 workouts per week, and in each workout, you're going to choose 3 exercises. I'm going to give you a list in a minute to choose from. Each time you do these exercises, you're going to do a set of 10 repetitions, and you're going to do 2 sets, okay? So it's 6 total sets per workout, 2 sets of each of the 3 exercises. You can mix and match the exercises. You don't have to do the same routine every day. I'm going to give you a nice list of exercises used in the study now, and then you can mix and match. So the first exercise that the participants did was a resistance band chest press, which basically involves a band like this, okay? And all you need is a chair for it. So you're going to sit in your chair, loop the band around your back like this, and pull that resistance band nice and tight. So you're in this position, upright like this, holding 2 ends of the band, and all you're going to do is push out in front of you like that, and then bring the band back in. And then you're going to push again, splitting your shoulder blades apart at the end, and then pushing back in. Now, to hit 10 repetitions and be fatigued, you're probably going to need a considerable resistance in the band. So I'm using the lightest resistance here, but if I got to 10, I could hardly feel it in my chest. So you're probably going to want a couple of different levels of resistance just to play around with. And you want to get it to a point at the end of the 10th repetition where it feels like those muscles have worked pretty hard. If they don't feel like they've done anything, nothing has really happened. So it has to feel at least a little bit challenging by the end. So we're doing 10 repetitions of this exercise, and then you can move on to your next one. And the next exercise that the researchers gave in the study is a resistance band row from a sitting position. So again, sat on the edge of a chair, this time you're going to straighten your legs out slightly, take your resistance band and loop it around the bottoms of your feet. You want to hold it nice and tight like this. And now the band is not going anywhere. It's locked in place. You're going to sit up nice and tall and then row up like this, touching your hands to your sides and then back down. Now, the participants in this study were elderly and frail. They had an average age of 84 and they hadn't done much resistance training work in the past. So if you're finding these exercises too easy, you can just swap them out for harder exercises if you feel you've got what it takes. And I've got loads of videos on the channel to help you do just that. And as a side note, if you are looking for tougher routines with a little bit more creativity using dumbbells, barbells and bands, I've got tons to choose from in my lifelong mobility program. It's got exercise routines that you can follow along with me as I coach you through every rep. You can find details of that in the description box below. Now, if you're going to do this band row, again, 10 repetitions, 2 sets of that. Here are a few more exercises that you can choose from. The next exercise included in the study was actually a resistance band squat. So you're going to get rid of your chair and stand up, holding that same resistance band. I want you to imagine for a second that you've got a skipping rope in your hand. So you're going to drape the middle of the rope on the floor and then stand on each end, trying to kind of widen your feet out a little bit like this. Now we're going to bring your band up and over your shoulders and hook it around your shoulders like this. So if I just walk around, you can see that the band is hooked behind me and I've secured it on the floor by standing on it. And then we're just going to squat. So slowly stick your bottom out, bend your knees, sink down into a squat and then push back up. And the beauty of doing this with a band is as you go down to the harder stage of the movement, the band gets a bit easier, but as you come back up, it gets harder because the band gets tighter. So it's actually a really good way of training because you're working throughout that force curve and the band almost makes it tough at all the right places. So with this exercise, again, you want to be using a resistance that you can manage about 10 repetitions in a row, have a 1 minute's rest in between sets, do 2 sets. And here are some more ideas for other exercises to include. Here are some more ideas of some of the other exercises they used in the study. They had the lateral raise, which you do like this. So again, with your band, stand on the middle of the band like this, have a nice equal length in each hand, stand up nice and straight, and then come out to the side and then back down. And we want to go just above 90 degrees here. You can allow your arms, by the way, to drift to whichever angle feels best for you. People often ask me about this one. You don't have to go perfectly out to the side. It's still effective if you go slightly in front of you, and that will strengthen your shoulders. The next exercise they used was just the bicep curl, which is really simple. Elbows into your sides, keep your back nice and straight, and then curl up and down like this. And by the way, if you are enjoying this video, it would mean the world to me if you hit that subscribe button. It's totally free. It just means that you'll be the first to hear about our new videos when they come out, and it helps the channel to grow. So thank you very much. Another movement that the researchers gave is the shoulder press. So again, stand on the middle of your band like this, bring the band up to shoulder height, and then push up overhead and back down like this. This is a really good way to strengthen your shoulders and the backs of your arms too. And then the final exercise that they included in the routine is the band pull apart, which looks something like this. Come off your band and hold it quite near the center. Stand up tall, shoulders down, and then pull that band tight across your chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together before bringing it back in. So these are all brilliant ideas for things you can include in your routine. But the main takeaway here is just how little was required to make such a huge difference to the outcomes of these patients. So I hope you'll give this a go at home. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about building muscle and strength over the age of 50, I've got another video on the screen right now that you can click on and watch. It will give you a more comprehensive routine. But share this video with someone who you think will find it useful, and leave a comment below if you're going to give it a try, and I'll speak to you again on the next one.